Shepard Smith on the Fox News deck in New York, where we're monitoring breaking news out of Southern California this afternoon, or this morning there. San Bernardino, California, North Park Elementary School. Here's the coast, inland clearly, just off the 215 freeway. And this is the spot here. 4 people have been injured, we believe shot, in what police are now calling a murder-suicide. The news choppers are above now, and they've staged at this school. Again, it's North Park School on North H Street in San Bernardino, a developing situation according to a fire department spokesman. This happened about 45 minutes ago. Someone came into the school with a weapon. Now we know that we believe the gunman is down, and that at least 1 teacher has been injured, plus 2 other people. Are they students? We frankly don't yet know. You can see they're bringing all the kids out of the classrooms here and going to be moving the kids who were not affected in any way by this to a nearby school for staging while they've taken at least 3, maybe 4 people to regional hospitals. There was a shooting at North Park Elementary School, 10 o'clock local time. So now, just about an hour and 20 minutes ago, the condition of the shooter, according to all the official information that we have, is unknown. Medevac helicopter is on scene, and authorities have been treating the people who were injured. You can see all these little kids from the elementary school being walked out to a staging area. Over here, if they were to pull out a little bit, you'd see where the buses are coming to take these students to another location while they work what is clearly a crime scene there. 3 area schools are now on lockdown: North Park Elementary, Hillside, and Cajon High School. So that's what we have. These pictures coming to us from KABC television, ABC 7 for the Southland and beyond. Our own station, KTTV, is on site as well. KABC, our network news service affiliate, and monitoring developments there on scene. Again, this happened about 10 o'clock Pacific Coast time this morning. Authorities are not being very specific yet, except to tell us that 4 people and a suspect are injured after a shooting at this elementary school in San Bernardino. They include 1 teacher. They were injured on campus. The shooter injured as well. According to Maria Garcia of the San Bernardino Police Department, we're told, and this is official, the threat on the campus has now been contained. So if you know of anybody who goes to that school, or if you have any friends or family members who know of people there, nothing to be concerned about unless you've been notified by authorities. It was contained to 1 area where this person wielding a gun came in. We have very few quotes from anybody on scene. Here's one. It's a developing situation, said Eric Sherwin, a fire department spokesman. Some statistics for you. There were 62 slayings, as they put it, in San Bernardino in 2016, which was a 41% increase from the year before, the deadliest year in the city since 1995. For those of you just joining us on the Fox News app and on Fox News properties across the country and around the world, word of a school shooting, San Bernardino, California, and they're bringing all the kids together. This isn't your standard school shooting in that someone came in and started shooting wildly. We're told by authorities that they believe this is started as a murder-suicide. The gunman is down, 1 other person is injured, plus 2 more. One thing they haven't been specific about is whether children, any of the elementary school children who were on scene at the time, were injured. Again, it happened 10 o'clock local time, according to authorities, so school was in session on this April springtime day. They've not been specific about injuries, but they can tell us that they're moving all of these students by bus to another nearby school, and in all, 3 other schools are on lockdown this morning there in Southern California. 3 different schools on lockdown because of this shooting that's happened at North Park School. It's an elementary school right there in San Bernardino. There are varying reports of when it happened. Authorities are telling us it was sometime around 10 o'clock this morning. Then again, the fire department says it was closer to 10:30, so I think that's about when they were responding. No students, aside from the ones that we talked about, were affected in any way, though authorities are treating this as a crime scene now, obviously, so they're trying to get everyone who was in school this morning off the school property and sent somewhere else to a nearby school so that they can bring all the crime scene investigators and others into play here. I want to show you the spot where this happened. This is San Bernardino, North Park Elementary School, very heavily populated area there. and everybody from this school now coming to this particular area here. And on the big map, you can see that that's where they've staged all these kids. It seems to be very calm. Some teachers on scene, some police officers, some here. They often check to make sure all the kids are okay before. But in this case, we don't know whether any of those who were shot were the students on scene. We can tell you, this is from the reporting of ABC 7 locally, multiple gunshot victims reported at this school, according to the San Bernardino Fire District. 4 people being treated for their injuries. We believe that includes the shooter, plus one of them is a teacher, according to the San Bernardino City Schools communication officer. They tell us now, and this is official from authorities to Fox News, the threat has been contained. You're seeing an aerial view from one of our news choppers, this one from KABC, ABC 7 for the Southland, and our network news service affiliate, and we appreciate their help with this. You can see it is not a scene of chaos at all. Authorities appear to have this well under control. The local authorities, both police and fire, tell us the scene is contained. There's no danger to anyone there anymore because the shooter is down. Specifically what that means is another matter. We don't know if the person wielding the weapon was shot and killed, shot and injured. We just don't have any way to know yet, though we are expecting some more from authorities here in the next few minutes. For those of you just joining us on the Fox News app and Fox News properties across the country and around the world, we're following a school shooting that's happened at an elementary school in San Bernardino, California. Authorities, as I've mentioned, on scene, trying to get everyone moved from this school to another one where they're going to be staging to try to get all these kids home for the day. Clearly, school has been canceled. 2 students, I've just gotten word, have been transported to the hospital. That's according to the police chief there. Joint response of the San Bernardino PD, the sheriff, school police, and the California Highway Patrol. So now we know 2 students are among those injured in what is being described to us as a murder-suicide on campus. We don't know if this happened in the teacher's office, in the administrative offices, in a schoolroom, in the cafeteria. We simply don't know that yet. But we do know from authorities officially now, from the police chief, that 2 students are among those who are injured. 3 victims total, plus the shooter. We don't know if that shooter is a man or a woman. We have no idea or way to know that person's age. Police say that the gunman, actually this is new and just into Fox News, the local police chief says that the gunman shot himself. So we know the gunman was a male. We don't know if a man or an underage person, but the gunman shot himself. It was reported just before 11 a.m. Pacific time, so somewhere in the last 30, 45 minutes. According to the school district, a teacher and 2 students were struck by gunfire inside a classroom. So that, too, is new information to us. This shooting happened inside a classroom. A teacher and 2 students were struck. The victims, all of them, airlifted to a hospital. And as far as we know, we do not know their conditions. We haven't been able to get that. This is a live picture coming to us from outside the school where this happened, North Park Elementary School, where they're working to get all the kids onto buses. They brought all the bus drivers back, or they're working to get them back, to get these students transferred to another school where they can restage and get them home to their parents. The students who were injured have been taken to a hospital by a Life Flight medical helicopter. According to the actually, our station, KTTV Fox 11 in Los Angeles, is interviewing a witness here. Let's listen.
I went to your door. I went to your door. Where's Leo? I don't know. He doesn't know. I put it on the nothing there at all. I went to your door. But is that your mom or? Yeah.
So as you can see, a lot of emotions, a lot of uncertainty. People have not been in contact with their children. They're telling us that phones are not allowed in the school. So many of them have not touched base with their kids just as yet. But a lot of tears, a lot of hugging, as you've seen. Let's talk to more parents over here. There's one lady over here. How are you doing right now?
I'm good. I'm just nervous about my grandson and my granddaughter, but they just said they contacted her and she's okay. They're both okay.
It's great news. What grades are they in?
One's in 5th grade and the other one is in 1st grade.
And where are they right now? Do you know where they've been taken to?
I know that they're going to be bringing them over here to the high school right here, Cajon High.
How relieved are you right now?
I am very relieved, but I just can't believe the things that are going on in this world. There's so many crazy people. I'm just thankful to God.
What else is the school telling you about where they've been taken or what exactly happened?
That's all I know right now. I don't know anything else. I'm so glad that she answered her phone right now and they said she's okay and her brother's okay.
And were you able to speak to your kids at all, your grandkids?
No, my daughter-in-law was able to talk to her.
And what else did she tell you about what she said, maybe?
Just that they're scared. I think that they're scared.
Do you know if your grandkids were anywhere near the shooter or maybe in the room?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Best of luck to you. Let's see if we can talk to some other parents out here. Ma'am, have you been in touch with your kids at all?
No. She just told me, though, that my son's teacher called her and that their class is okay, so my son's okay. Yeah, so we're just waiting to see where they're at and where we're going to be able to pick them up at.
That's great news. So, what grade is your son or daughter in?
He's in 5th grade.
Great. And what was going through your head when you heard about all this morning?
Just that he's okay, and I can't believe it's so close to our house. And just, you know, my kid, my neighbors, you know, everybody's kids that we know that go there, that they're okay.
What's the first thing you're going to tell your kid when you see him?
That I love him. I love him, yes, I do. Every morning, yes. And just to be vigilant and always keep your eyes, make sure you know who's around you. If something like this does happen, you're able to keep yourself safe.
I know some parents were saying that their kids don't have phones in the classrooms. How frustrating is that you weren't able to make contact?
It is very frustrating. I mean, my kid, he doesn't have a cell phone already as it is, but I think after this, maybe I'll look into it just for cases like this so I know he's okay and at least I know what's going on and he could tell me, you know, where he's at and where I can get him at.
Where are you headed right now, or are you still waiting to find out exactly where your son is?
I'm still waiting. They said either Cajon High School or Cal State, but the director of Cajon High School hasn't been able to tell us anything if they have him here or they're going to take him to Cal State.
Wish you the best.
Thank you.
A lot more parents still in this area just trying to figure out exactly where their kids are right now. I think this might be one of them. Ma'am, does your child go to this school?
4th grader.
A 4th grader. Have you heard from them? Do you know if they're okay?
Nope, I'm just praying that she's okay.
What else have you heard from the district right now, from police?
Haven't heard anything from the district.
I wish you the best. All right, so a lot of parents in this area. We're going to actually cross the street. Nope, we're going to stay right here. But you can see cars kind of coming in and out, just being directed to the 2 different schools where these kids were taken to. Cajon High School is one of them. I believe CSU might be another one of them, which is right down the block. Ma'am, does your kid go to this school?
Yes.
Can we talk to you? What grade is your kid in?
A 2nd.
Have you heard from them at all?
No, I haven't heard anything yet.
What's going through your head right now?
Oh, no, I can't do this right now.
Okay. So understandably, a lot of parents who don't want to speak to us on camera. I can't hear you guys right now, but we'll send it back to you guys for right now in the studio.
And thank you. A local reporter for Fox 11 in Los Angeles as the kids are being loaded up outside this school. It's 11:32 in the morning in San Bernardino, California, where we're following developments of a murder-suicide that's happened. According to authorities inside a school, the school is North Park Elementary School in San Bernardino, California. This is the best that's come together. We've been doing this news on the phone now for the better part of the last, I don't know, 6-8 minutes. And the facts have now come together pretty well. The authorities are now indicating that a man went into a classroom, shot a teacher and 2 students. We don't know the condition of the teacher or the students, but we know that the students, at least, were transported by Life Flight helicopter to a nearby hospital. The teacher was also injured, though we don't know anything about her condition or those of the 2 students. The gunman, we're told, left the school after the shooting, went a couple of blocks away. We don't know whether by car or by foot or how this person got there, but went a couple of blocks away, and then possibly in a confrontation with police, at any rate, shot and killed himself. So authorities are calling this a murder-suicide, one that happened inside a classroom at this elementary school, North Park Elementary School in San Bernardino this morning. One of the stranger things about this is the police had been reporting this happened at 10 a.m., the fire department reporting it happened at 10:30 a.m., and then just a few minutes ago I got another update from the police department saying it happened at 11 a.m. So exactly when it happened, authorities seem to be confused about that here in the early going. But we know that the situation, according to authorities, is fully contained. I'm getting some new information, Ryan. The police chief has now confirmed that 2 adults have died. We believe that to be, from our earlier reporting, the shooter who killed himself a couple of blocks away from the school, and the teacher who was apparently the subject of his violence. According to authorities, this was a domestic incident involving the teacher. From that, we can glean that a man with whom she had some sort of domestic relationship came to the school, shot her. In the course of those events, 2 other students were apparently shot. Now, authorities have said that they took these 2 victims to the hospital as shooting victims. Then they said separately 2 students have been taken to the hospital as victims. Because of their imprecise language, we can't be 100% sure that both of those students were shot, but we believe they were, according to the reporting that we've gotten from multiple agencies. Those 2 students taken to a hospital. No one else on school injured or affected in any way, according to authorities. But you can see the reporting of our local reporter that some of the parents, I mean, what parent wouldn't be freaking out over this? A shooting inside a classroom at your elementary school child or grandchild's school. It doesn't get much more horrifying than that. So they've brought all of these students out into the nearby playground, basketball courts you see here, and that's the main highway coming in. They're going to be, according to the school, they're going to be busing these students, some of them to El Cajon High School, which isn't too far away. 3 other schools also on lockdown at this moment. The good news is authorities say the situation is contained. By that, officially they mean that there are no other gunmen. There's not believed to be any other reason for concern for authorities at this point, or for teachers at this point, or anybody else who has some sort of dealings with this school. Parents got an automated call on this from the authorities, actually from the school district itself, directing them to pick up their kids at nearby Cajon High School, and the kids have to be taken there. The authorities are doing so by school buses. They had to bring back in the school bus drivers, obviously. The school bus drivers, the vast majority of them, don't work between morning pickup and drop-off and then afternoon pickup and drop-off. So they brought the school bus drivers back in, which is more of a process than an event. You have to get them in the buses, and get them to the school. So they're working to do that now. Some of the buses, as you can see, are on scene. And it's our understanding that all of these kids will be taken to nearby Cajon High School where their parents can pick them up. Classes for the rest of the day there at North Park Elementary School have been canceled. For those of you who just may be joining us on the Fox News app and foxnews.com and Fox News properties across the country and around the world, there's been a school shooting this morning, described better, I believe, as a domestic violence case. A man came to the school, apparently shot a female teacher. The female teacher is now reportedly dead. 2 other students were caught in the middle of this somehow and were wounded. They're believed to be students. They were taken to hospitals, condition unknown. The UCD, SB City USD spokesperson says that 1 teacher and 2 students were shot. So that's the first time they've put all of those words together. That's confirmed by our CBS local station, which is our network news service affiliate. So when we know more about the students, we'll get them to your phone, we'll get them to our website, and we'll have more on it for you on Fox News Channel at 3 o'clock Eastern, noon Pacific on Shepard Smith reporting. Again, to update before we go, the breaking news at this moment is a school shooting, a domestic violence shooting inside a school in Southern California, North Park Elementary School in San Bernardino. A man came in with a gun, shot a teacher and killed her, shot 2 students who've been transported to a nearby hospital. The gunman then left the campus of this school, walked or drove or something a couple of blocks away before, according to authorities, he shot and killed himself. The school, 3 schools in the area on lockdown. Students from this school being taken to Cajon High School, which is nearby where parents can pick them up. Much more if you're in the area from KTTV, Fox 11 in the area, and their online properties, and we'll have much more. When news breaks out, we hit the phone. I'm Shepard Smith in New York. There's much more to come.